everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I have a fun project for us today. We are going to use 8 by 8 cardstock. So you guys know that I love pink monarch prints, right? And they did a physical product drop release a few weeks ago, and I guess it went really well because they are also doing one Black Friday. The same items are going to be available, and I've shown a few of the things that I got from that last drop, but these 8 by 8 paper packs I'm so excited about. I love paper. Now, if you don't have these or other 8 by 8 like double-sided scrapbook paper, because I'm using 8 by 8 papers, you can use your digitals. Just print on both sides and it'll work for the project. But I've been really excited about using some of these. So I'm going to show you guys what I made, and I used these. And then I actually used some of the stickers and a few other of the elements that I got from their drop. So it's exciting. The one that I used is this vintage postal, so we're going to stay with that one, but we're going to do a little twist on it after I show you the project. So this used, I believe, 3 pieces of 8 by 8 paper, and the cool thing is there's not a ton of measuring. There's, after we assemble a few things, there's one cut, but I think, and then cut with scissors, but I mean like precise cutting. Anyway, let me just show you what I made. So it is a lovely folio. It has some pockets and tuck spots. I've collaged there. Now, I did use some of the owl layering tags and owl Fussy Cuts that are available in their Etsy shop. And here's some of the cute little tags, the layering tags. So this is one of the owl Fussy Cuts. Here's some of the stickers that I mentioned. So there's sticker sheets, stickers. I did some book page for some journaling. And then there's this lovely page with another one of the owl tags. I just think it all came together so beautifully. Then it opens up like this. There's yet another pocket and another really shallow pocket right here. I wanted to put one of the big tags in it and still get to see how pretty it is. So that's what I made. So it's, I guess it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's this for the back cover 6, but this flip out page. So I'm going to show you how to make that. And like I said, I used the vintage postal papers, and I used some stickers, fun stickers, and a little bit of ribbon, and then the owl Fussy Cuts and tags that are in their shop. The one I want, and here's one of the owl Fussy Cut pages. Isn't it pretty? I haven't used all of them yet, and some of the tags. So I had all of that together, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do one Christmas themed because I'm still big in my Christmas crafting mode. So I'm going to set those aside and show you what I came up with. We're still going to use some of the 8 by 8 papers, but I grabbed the Christmas celebration papers, and this is just this isn't all of them, but one of their newer paper kits in their Etsy shop. Anna and Elena, hi, you guys make beautiful papers. And I thought I'll use some of these to layer, to accent with, so that I can turn this one into a Christmas themed little folio, because I can't have too many, right? I'm also using their Christmas add-on, some of the images from their Christmas add-on kit that's new. And then I also grabbed, and now I think is it Jubilant Christmas? I'll double check and put it in the description, all the different kits that I used. But tags and stuff, so that we'll have some tags and those little add-ons, and there's also some Christmas stickers I might pull out if I remember. We'll see how much we do, but I really want to show you the construction using the 8 by 8 paper. So let's start there, and hopefully I didn't write anything down, so hopefully we can remember, or I can remember what I did. I did end up accidentally pulling my paper pad apart, but that's okay. I can still enjoy using it. I think I'm not going to obsess too much over the ones I choose, because I'm going to use those Christmas papers layering. And I know I need about 3 pieces. So there's trains. That'll be great for like a travel themed kind of journal. And let's use this one, 2, 3. There, I picked 3 and I didn't overthink it too much. There we go. I'm going to set this aside. But again, if you guys are watching this, I think this video is going to go live early on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving here in the US. And that is when their drop. And what they've announced is they're going to do product drops 4 times a year to correspond, I think, with each season. So real quick, this is the box it came in. And I got stickers. Let me go ahead and pull out the Christmas ones, so that hopefully I'll remember to use them. Aren't they pretty? Ah, so exciting. Okay, there's some Christmas ones. So, ooh, there's some pretty ornament ones. So it's pretty exciting that I guess it went well. And so if you don't have a printer, you're going to be able to get some gorgeous papers. Here's some little charms. We've got little binder clips, all kinds of fun stuff. Some baker's twine. So I'll be excited to see what the next drop has in it. But if you want to get some of these things, there's a limited quantities. When they're gone, apparently they're gone. So things for you to think about if that's something you want and you're watching this video and it's in real time. If you're watching later, go to their website, see if there's anything available, and, you know, that I'll have that linked for you in the description as well. So lots of information in that description. Okay, let's get to the project, which is the fun part. I do want to think about which piece I want to be my cover, and I think I'm going to have, well, actually I might use one of the more neutral ones because I'm going to layer with Christmas paper. So this is what I meant, is there's not a ton of measuring, and we're just going to be doing some folding, and it's pretty simple. So I'm going to fold my first piece of 8x8 paper in half. This is going to make my outside cover, and then that first page on the inside. Now, one a piece of the 8x8 I'm just setting aside because it is going to end up making this page that has this pocket and this page. Now, I did throw mine on the sewing machine and sewed it right down. We will probably just do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch on the one I make today because I don't know how to film myself on my sewing machine. Okay, let's focus. We folded one piece of 8x8 in half, and we fold the second piece of 8x8 in half, and again, set it aside. Now, the next thing we're going to do is decide what order we want this in. And I believe I am going to have mine this way. I'm going to install, I'm trying to remember what I did there. I think I remember what I did, but I'm just making sure. Okay. I am going to, before we glue or do anything, this is going to be my front cover. This is going to be my back cover, and this is going to be that flippy page. Eventually, I am going to trim this at 5 inches because my folio ends up being 5 inches by 4 inches, and this ends up being some of the inside pages. But we do that later because I'm going to have it kind of mirror. Anyway, it'll make sense in a minute. So once you know which piece, have your 2 pieces like this, you know which piece is your front cover, I'm going to use my really old punch that does a decorative edge. Now, if you don't have one of these, this was a Stampin' Up! One from like 20 years ago. There's similar types of punches in craft stores, on Amazon. I think I have a couple in my Amazon shop. If you want to check that out, I've got my Amazon storefront linked for you, again, in the description. And they're all a little bit different. I have some different designed ones, but this is one of my favorites, so I pulled it out. And I'm just doing the edges, and I didn't quite finish. So you just kind of have to line it up There we go. Doesn't that make a nice little edge? I love it. Okay. Now, this is going to end up being our flip out page. And what I did with this one is after I folded it in half, I remember now, I cut an inch off. And I did it this way so that I'll end up having 2 8 by 1 inch strips that we can use for pockets, belly bands, tuck spots, those types of things. So I'm just going to trim 1 inch off, and I'm just running over to my large trimmer to make that easy for me. Okay. Now, this one, I'm going to see, it doesn't really have a direction, so that's good. This one is, eventually, this is going to be glued to the back, but before I do that, to make my little flip out page, I want to do the edge decorative like I did the front cover. So I'm going to just punch that out really fast. All right. Do you guys have some tools that are old that you've had in your stash for a long time that you like to pull out and use as well? Or am I the only one? Let me know. Leave me a comment and tell me if there's something that you just really enjoy using on occasion that is a little bit ancient, I guess. If you're young, you know, you won't have ancient things yet. Okay, all I'm going to do before I glue this together is add a little bit of Distress ink. I'm using my walnut stain, which is my favorite brown. And for the piece that I'm gluing down, it's just a whole lot easier to go ahead and add just a little bit of Distress ink before I start gluing. If you don't want to distress your project, you don't have to. Wow, that just disappeared. You guys probably wonder what is under my desk, and really nothing. It's just way back. Let's see if I can. There we go. I was like, I don't think I can without completely crawling up under my desk. Get that, but luckily the foot tool came in handy, and I was able to get a hold of it. It just rolled right under there. Okay. This is pretty. All right. So, and I can ink all of this one as well, but I can do that in a few minutes, because what I want to do, and I didn't turn this into a pocket or anything. This is how I am attaching this page to my folio. So I'm going to get out my wet white glue and add glue to this panel to hold it together. Now this is, if you're new to my channel, my favorite everyday glue. It's Line Co. brand PVA glue. It comes in a lot of different sizes, but larger bottles, and then I just put it in these little bottles. Okay, and I'll show you what that looks like. Like I said, you can get, if you want to just try it, you can get smaller bottles, you can get a great big jug, but it's a Line Co. brand PVA glue. And I go through a lot of glue, so I buy it when it is on sale. And I'm hoping, though, that it might be on sale for Black Friday. If so, I'll share a link for you guys for that, too, on my community tab on YouTube. I did that a few weeks ago when there was, October deal sales or something, because I was able to get some at a really good price. So if I see any of those kinds of sales, let me know if you guys are interested in me sharing that with you. And I can do that. All right. I probably won't do a video, but there's that little community tab where you can do posts and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Super easy. And if you don't want to look at it, you don't have to. All right. There we go. Now, this is, and again, I did this on purpose because I wanted to start with the 8x8 papers, and now I want my folio to be 5 inches tall. So I'm going to lay the entire section on my little trimmer. And this obviously doesn't have 5 inches, but I can chop it off at 3 inches. And then I will have a section that is 5 by 4. It's going to be my main folio. And this is going to be one of the inside pages. Okay, I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But that's a super easy way to make two of the cover and then one of the inside parts for the signature inside. All right, so let's go back to our prototype real quick. And there it is. And all I did with the other one is I decided not to keep this flap here. So I just cut it off and used this piece as a decoration somewhere else. So let's do that again. You could keep it on there if you want to. It's going to get sewn into the journal right here. But I'm going to cut mine off. All right. And I trimmed it just a little past that edge so that it would be nice and even. There we go. Get rid of that sliver. And now I have this that I can use for something inside our journal. Okay. So I have an inside page, which is this one. And I have the cover. We just have to add pockets and decorate. So now let me show you how we're going to make this fun pocket page that goes in the folio. And hopefully I can remember what I'm doing. All right, an 8x8 piece of paper. We're gonna fold it in half. Whoa. And this is not exactly, I noticed this when I did the other one. I'll show you. Get a nice good crease. It is just a little bit off. We'll trim that up in a minute. Don't worry about it right now. We're going to fold it in half the other way. So unfold and fold it in half. All right, and this is a super basic way you can make a folder, and you can do this with smaller paper, larger paper, but it works with a square, makes a cute little folder. Okay, so you can see where I'm going to cut. I'm going to add some ink to those score lines, and hopefully you can see that. Okay. It doesn't really matter on my paper because there's no direction, but if yours has a direction to it, you're going to want to pay attention to that. So watch me before you do it. All right, we're just going to cut on this score line up to the center score line. So, and all of this is going to end up getting trimmed out, so you don't really have to worry about going to the right or the left. Okay? Then I want you to fold it in half. And I want you to hold it in your hand. Turn it where these are the flippy flaps and this is the folded side. What you don't want to have is hold it like this, where it opens on this side, your folded side is here. This is wrong. You want it to be where you have your two open pieces and your folded pieces, because the next cut I'm going to show you will not work if you are holding it incorrectly. I promise. Trust me. If you don't believe me, you can just get out a piece of scrap paper and try it, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, I'm going to hold it. And now this is, I know a lot of people don't like this. I am going to just eyeball. This is going to make my inside pocket. So I'm coming up probably about not quite 2 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. And I am just cutting right across. I just cut a section out. All right. Now, when you open it back up, you fold those up. Look, we now have a little folder with pockets. Now, I'm also going to cut this section out. If you want to, just trim a little bit on either side, and that will work. But I'm going to make a cute little, like it's going to look like a little folder you're going to see in just a second. So again, here's your folded side. I'm turning it this way now because what I want to do is cut. Here, let me think of the best way to show you to hold it. Okay. For this cut, have your fold on the right side and it opens on the left side like this. And all you're going to do is start right at that center score line, and I'm just going to do a tiny sliver. I didn't do much. So now when we come in here, look, it looks like one of those little folders we got when we were kids. Isn't that cute? All right. If you need to see that again, just rewind it and watch it again. It's really not hard. And once you get the hang of it, you can make folders of different sizes super fast and easy. And it's so much fun, I think, because I think they turn out really cute. Now, like I said, if you don't want to do this kind of V cut here, you could just, you know, trim it just a little. Otherwise, it won't fold up nicely because there's too much bulk in there. Okay. Fun, a little bit of ink. I'm not going to worry too much about inking. I am going to go ahead and glue the pocket closed just along this line and this line. I'm going to leave it open in the center. If you want yours closed, you can add glue right there. It'll just, you when you go to put a tag or something in, you won't be able to go all the way to the score line. You'll have to stay within here if you decide to close up the center. I'm going to fix that where it was not perfectly straight here in just a second. So I just put glue on either side. All right. And I've made little folders like this before, and it's just a fun way to have a little folder. Another idea you could do is you could make these, because they're easy to cut this way, and if you wanted to then cut it apart, you would have some ready-made pockets to put in your journal if you don't want to use it as a signature page. Cuteness. And it can just be a standalone folder too. But I'm going to put it in my folio. So this is going to be my center page, just like in my prototype. And this is going to be my cover. Putting it together like this. So now when I open it up, we'll have this page, pocket, page, the inside pages, another little pocket, a page, and then this is going to flip open. And again, we'll use the Christmas papers then to layer and make some other fun pretty, some more fun pretties. And I may even layer some lace or something Christmassy on this edge because you see it through my, where I cut that, and we'll just make it look all holiday. All right, is holiday-y a word? I think it is. All right, I am going to pin this together. Now, on the prototype, when I got to this point, I just hopped over to my sewing machine and I ran a quick seam right down the center. But I am just going to instead do a very quick 3-hole pamphlet stitch for those of us that don't have sewing machines, or those of us that prefer that, or for people like me that do not know how to film while they're on their sewing machine. So for the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I'm going to get my 3 holes on this shortest layer, and it is 3 inches, so I'm putting a hole at 1.5, and then I'm going to come up and put one at 2.5, and at 1/2 inch, just the way I've got my ruler laid out. So now I'm going to have 3 holes. It's going to hold our little folio together. All right. And I've demonstrated the 3-hole pamphlet stitch in other videos. But one of the things that I've learned is when I skip over what I'm doing, I get lots of questions. I think maybe from some new subscribers, which is great. I love questions, but I also understand your frustration if I'm doing something and you don't know what it is I'm doing. So let me just explain. If you know how to do this, you can just fast forward. I am using a waxed thread and my big eye needle. I cut my thread about 3 times the length of my page here. That's the smallest page in the signature. You could do 3 times the height of the journal if you want to. It's up to you. I'm going to have mine tie on the inside, which means I'm going to start sewing from the inside through the center hole. and leave a tail. And then I'm going to come up through the top hole, back to the inside, pull that one through. Don't let my tail pull through. And now I am going to skip the center hole, go through the bottom hole back to the outside. There we go. And now I'm going to come right back up through that center hole that we've already been through. There we go. And the only part here before you go to tie that you want to make sure you're paying attention to is you want one of these threads, hold on, one thread to be on the right side and one thread on the left side underneath this piece right here. I always try to make sure you guys can see that, because just make sure everything looks right. Pull it nice and snug, but not too tight. We're going to tie a knot, and that knot is going to go over top of that center thread. We're going to tie twice, and then I switch hands like this, and then tie again. There we go. And obviously one is much longer than the other. I'm going to just trim that off. And then if we want to add some cute little decoration to this, we can. I could tie a bow, right? And that is how I do most of when I'm making my journals and stuff. I use that 3-hole pamphlet stitch over and over and over. When it's something that's just 3 pages like this, though, I also really enjoy the machine stitch. So I got a little crooked, but I think it still looks okay. All right, set that aside. Now we're just going to have fun and decorate. So this is the front. And I could go back to that paper pack. I've got these 2 strips here. I have, you know, these little pieces that I can use if I want to, but I really kind of want to make this one Christmassy. But you do you. You use whatever it is that you want. Now, I know my journal, I'm going to use these Christmas trees, is 5 inches tall. And, oh, look, there's some cute ornaments. All right, I am going to use my ruler and use this grid and just tear my paper to get 5-inch tall piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. Might go just a smidge under 5 so that I know it will layer. And my ruler is 1 inch wide. I'm going to just tear a piece that is the width of my ruler because I really liked that look on the original with just an accent piece. I think the other one was not quite as wide, but that's okay. I want to see my Christmas trees. There we go. And I have not planned how I'm decorating this, but this is the part that always takes me quite a while in in real life and in my videos. I guess videos, when I'm making them, it is real life. But today, I am going to just go for it. I'm not going to overthink. See me telling myself that. I'm not going to overthink. And I am going to just find cute things and stick them down. And sometimes that's the fun part of crafting. Okay, so that sticker says Flying Reindeer Company Santa Claus, warm blankets, hot cocoa, and cookies. I will put some kind of ribbon or bow or something on here after we're done decorating. Okay. I would like to make a little tuck spot here for a tag, which I did in the original one. I just happened to remember. Oh, here's another type of Christmas tree. Maybe we'll do lots of trees. Okay, so again, let me get us a section that is 5 inches. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go just a smidge under. This is why I love having the grid to work on, because it helps me with easy measuring. Now, this one I'm going to make this one 1 1/4 inches wide. And it helps me hopefully keep it somewhat straight. What I did on the prototype is I brought it over almost to the center and then just made it a little side tuck. I had initially thought about making it a belly band, but I decided on the side tuck instead. So we'll do that. We'll do that again. So I'm going to bring it out just a little. That way we get to see that fun print. I want it open on this side. So I'm going to hold it on that side and add glue to 3 sides. Oh, that was not straight at all. That's okay. We'll make it work. Straight, Pam. There we go. We're going to give that time to dry. We'll decorate a little bit as we go. Okay, so what I did on the original one is I think I just used a piece from this book of just plain book page that didn't have any print on it so that we could have journaling spot. Or if you want to use this as a Christmas card, we'll do this piece. If you want to use it as a Christmas card, you have plenty of space to write on. So let's measure really quick. This one again is about 3 3/4 by 3. Now I could lay this on the trimmer and cut it. I am going to first, though, just hopefully tear this somewhat straight. And I think I'm just going to tear it with my ruler. That's what I did before, and I kind of liked it because I love those torn edges. The big thing is just, do I get it straight enough where it looks enough? I'm going to actually, and I need this piece. Let's see. Which way did I do? I just tore this incorrectly. I was thinking I might leave a little more of a border around so we can see the paper. So this is the center. So let me just lay this down, come up a little bit, maybe to right there. All right. I really wasn't looking at where the center was correctly. There we go. So there's a piece. And then this piece, I was thinking, boy, I've got this turned all around. All right. Center, Pam. I need it to be the same size as this piece. So that's what we're going to use to help me get this torn correctly. And then I will save, as you guys probably knew, I will save these. It's a pretty green color, but it's also good for writing my quotes and my handwritten pieces. So that's going to go over there in my little scrap bin. And it's part of the page of the book, even though it's old and vintagey. That's a little bit thicker because it wasn't one of the actual book pages. It was the cover page when you first open the book. So it's a little bit thicker. But it has some really nice aging on it. So put that one there. Okay. And I do think it gives it a nice touch to the little mini journal, folio, whatever we're calling this thing, because it, you know, is vintagey, and we can actually write something. You can use the back of your tags. We could make some journaling cards, those kinds of things, for more writing space as well. But it's kind of nice having some built in. I meant to turn this the other way. I kind of wanted that vintagey edge to be on the outside, but I was talking and not paying attention. So I'll turn this one. I'll turn it so that they're both kind of on the inside. Why not, right? There we go. We may add a little sticker or something to decorate this with. How about Yuletide? That sounds like a kind of a vintagey Christmas word. All right, there we go. You can add something else later. You can decorate. We're going to add tags. And now we have this piece. Why is that acting a little funky? I added a pocket on the original one right here. And I actually just used one of these pieces. So we might do that. And I can still decorate it to be Christmassy. So this is just one of the offcuts from when we trimmed out the pocket. So I'm going to just use it, and I'm going to use the green graph paper side. And again, I'm leaving it open at the top to give me a little more real estate in my pocket. And then what did I do? I've got to remind myself what I did on the flip out page. Oh, I just added a little skinny pocket and I decorated, I collaged on that side. So again, we used one of these. But I think I'm going to go back and use a portion of one of the Christmas trees just to bring that Christmassy back in. So I'm going to just use the folio to help me line it up to see the width that I need my pocket to be. And we'll make it, I'm going to use those trees to help me hold my ruler straight. There we go. This one's a little deeper than the one on the original. On the original, again, I used one of these strips. So I pretty much stayed to those 3 pieces of 8x8 paper to make the folio, which you can do as well. And just because I wanted the theme to be Christmas, I'm using these other papers. But you can make this pocket, the tuck, and a highlight for the front with using just 3 8x8 pieces of paper. And I think that's kind of exciting. All right. Cuteness. Now I'm going to grab some of these tags and little pieces, and I've got all of these add-ons. I didn't cut all of them out. This was only not even 2 full pages of the add-ons. And there was one piece right here. That would be cute to add to our cover, don't you think? Yeah. And again, I'm still thinking like a ribbon or something to soften it up. Does it go with our cute little lace there? But let me just pop this on, because I like that. Cute. All right. Let me see which size tag. Like that will tuck in there. And again, I'm going to decorate these using some of the pieces, but for now I'm just going to do a little placeholder so I can decide what I want to put on or use on each page. So I did a really fun collage on the prototype on this first page when you open it up. So I was hoping I could find some pieces that might work and speak to us to do something similar that I already have cut out. Let's see. I like that too. And this looks like a little watch face. We could kind of go maybe with the 2 circle-ish shapes. This one I did a fussy cut of. See how it's not exactly a circle? We'll go to this side, up like that, and then maybe another sticker or something. Sure, why not? I'm just gonna, like I said, I am not gonna overthink this one. We're just gonna play fast, hopefully. There we go. And that's one nice thing about the papers in the kits is I think everything just ends up looking really nice together. So you can't really go wrong. It's like, where did that piece go? You can't really go wrong. You can just kind of keep going, making something cute. And these are sort of see-through, so you can see if you're going to like how something looks. I'm going to grab this rectangle. It says walking in a winter wonderland, and I'm going to go with that collage-y theme. Bring that in. I like that. And again, I'm going to want lots of cute little tags. These may be a little tall, but and this pocket is very roomy. And if you find that it's too roomy, if things are sliding around, you know, put a dot of glue there. And I think I'm going to do that with mine. I do not want these flying out. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue right there. And now my pocket is a little more snug. These are definitely scooching down in there though. Let's put a little bit taller one in. And I will most likely go back and do some of the layering. These were easy to match up and layer to look really pretty. So then we would have different ones in here. In fact, let's just go ahead and layer one of them. I love tags. You guys are probably tired of hearing me say that. They're just so versatile, and I use them for so many things that it's hard not to love them. All right, let me find a hole punch, and I'm going to punch a hole right there. I punched the hole, and I'm going to grab a piece of this seam binding that I have in green, and I have my red sitting here too. I did a nice big chunk of red and green as I was getting towards the holidays. You can use some of that baker's twine too, but it is hard for me to resist a cute little piece of seam binding on a tag. Cute. All right, let's find something cute, right, to decorate this pocket with, just a touch. I'm probably not, I don't know, we may put something else here, I'm not sure. You guys see that? This little strip is really cute too. This came in the add-on kit, the Christmas add-ons. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm eyeballing the length, and I'm gonna add it here. We're gonna have another little tuck spot. Why not, right? Are you in the You Can't Have Too Many Pockets club? I am. If so, leave me a thumbs up, a comment, and say, yes, I am in the Never Too Many Pockets club. And the thing is, see, that's cute. And if I don't want to put anything in there, I don't have to. But if I do, it's there. And you guys know me, I do want to put something in there. Look. Sweet, right? And like this little present and another little tag. There we go. All right. And I definitely see more tags, like I said, jumping in here. We've got our journaling space. This is pretty. What do I want to do on this pocket? I have another circle, and this one got chomped up. It looks like the cat or the dog, I don't know, did something. But let's do this. I'm gonna glue the circle down, and I'm gonna just throw this ornament right there. And it's a little see-through, and you can see that pattern of paper, but I like it. Very cute. We're gonna have to definitely layer up some cute tags. I'm gonna add that drop of glue on this pocket too. I was like, I don't want to close it up. And now I'm like, I want to close it up. But that's the lovely thing. It's not too late. and it will work. And I need some of the tags that are that other height for this pocket, so I'll probably cut some of those out for too long. But let me show you what I did on the prototype. That square that I cut off here where I said I'm not going to have the flap on this page, I thought it was really pretty just layering it right there as a square. And that's all I did on that page. Now, since this one's Christmassy, you know, I might come back in a little bit and put something here, but I'm just going to lay it down. And you could turn it into another pocket or tuck spot, but I just kind of liked the decor element. There we go. Pretty. And let's see, I think our larger size pockets are going to do great here and here. Look how cute that is. If I need to, I could just trim this off just a touch at the bottom so it doesn't hang out the top. I'm going to take off, I don't know, I took off probably not quite 1/4 of an inch. And now it fits. Yay. Okay. And I have this really big one that's going to be too tall. But again, we could trim it down if I want to use some of those. But I'll make that decision later. Later, Gator. How about we put a little piece of greenery on this pocket. And I am going to go back to these little definitions and put one on this pocket. I think I want pine cone because I've kind of been going with a lot of those types of little pieces of greenery. Here, do I want something here? How about we go back? I'm just going through my stickers, but that's okay. That's what they're for. I'm really bad about hoarding things. Hoarding. I'm not a hoarder, but I think what happens is they're so pretty and I'm like, oh, I want to save that for something really special. And then I realized I haven't used my fun, pretty supplies. So in an effort to do better, I'm pulling them out and we're going to use them. All right, this is going to be cute. Now, I think I showed you guys this on another video, but Elena showed us these don't have slits when you buy them, but if you just cut a little slit, for the most part, it should help you keep. Did I not cut one on the green one? I guess I didn't. I thought I had. So let's cut just a little slit. You don't want to go too deep into your chipboard, you know, where it would, by using it to wrap your baker's twine. Goodness. The other one went through no problem. There we go. So now hopefully when they're hanging here, they're not going to unwind on me. Might have been better to put it up at the top. I don't know. I could probably cut another one and it'll be all right. Let's punch another hole. And let's tie a cute little piece of baker's twine on here. And again, I'm probably going to decorate these tags up a touch more before I actually give this to someone. But I was thinking a bow. I may not have cut my piece long enough for a bow. I don't think I did. I'll do a bow on a different one another time. Instead, what we're going to do is fold it in half and do just the little loop-de-loo. That's what I call it, where you pull it through and then stick your tails through. And again, I know these are like super, super easy techniques, but I actually had somebody say, thank you for not skipping over that part. I wasn't sure how those have been looped through before. So there we go. See? Cute. All right. This one, let's try that technique. And we'll use the green baker's twine. And I think I'm going to put, I haven't even inked these, y'all. I'm going to put this one on as well. Like that. So it needs a hole too. Okay. And then I think the green, and I'm going to cut it longer and hopefully have enough to tie a bow. And you guys saw me throw that down without clipping it back onto itself. So later, when it is unwound and I'm like, how did that happen? We can all laugh at my haste, right? Okay, so now I have a little more room to play. Here we go. And I love that there's all these different colors. Of course, I'm picking the red and green because I'm trying to stay more with my traditional holiday colors. I'm going to leave those tails long so it goes well with that. Haven't put anything here yet, but I would like something here. I would like it to look cute. What I may do is just put a little doodad there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for now. How are we looking? We need to go back to these other tags later. Go back to this one. But I'm really happy with it. I do want to put a little bow, and I'm going to use a piece of the red to give it a pop of color on the front. And all I'm going to do is tie a bow, make it a little bit longer tail, and then we're going to just glue this on. Okay. And I'm going to grab my art glitter glue because it will dry just a little bit faster since I'm still kind of playing around with this. So close up your ink pad so it doesn't dry out. All right, this is my art glitter glue, and it's just going to grab a little bit quicker. I'm going to put the bow, if I can get my art glitter glue open, I'm going to put it right here. So I'm just doing a little dab. A little dab will do ya. And then it will get into the fibers of that baker's twine and stick to the paper. You can also, a lot of times when I'm doing this, especially on camera, I'll use one of these glue dots, which I could have done. I could have gotten it tiny enough. But I think this is going to hold it. If you're worried, now I'm adding a different kind of glue. I just wanted a little extra. Use your Fabrifix glue. I just didn't, but that's always a good choice when you're using ribbon and twine onto paper, or ribbon to ribbon, fabric to fabric, right? All right, there's still more to do on this lovely little journal, but I'm going to stop because I know I've been crafting longer than I meant to today. These little tabs are cute. All right, so that's what we made. They're very similar. And this one's Christmas themed. This one has all those gorgeous owls. Yep, I'm happy with it. I think they turned out really nice. I hope you guys like them too. Let me know what you think. And like I said, hop over and see if Pink Monarchs drop. If there's anything still available if you want to get some papers. Have a good one, guys.